DD214 Gaming Podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Gaming is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now, because we have you.
How you guys doing?
Really good.
What's going on, everybody?
Have any luck, Jay?
Yeah, not really.
I sent you the link over in our.
I can see. Yeah, I got to the live thing. I'm not signed in, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna be able to see what it kind of looks like on the page.
Okay. Well, we're gonna.
It's not the end of the world. It ain't the end of the world. We're gonna be okay.
I know. How you feeling, man?
Oh, freaking less tired than I was yesterday morning. Apparently, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Boy, was there a little bit of egg on my face yesterday, dude. Like, let me tell you about it, dude. Like,
Hey, rather egg than
Yeah, that was so. Yeah, we were just discussing it before the show. That was the first time in 3 years. So I apparently I have a fairly clean track record. First time in 3 years, but I slept in so hard yesterday that we missed the Sunday show. So that's why we are here doing Monday Night Live Part 2, day after Father's Day now. So yeah. How are you guys?
Oh shit, that is a fucking typo from hell.
I'm feeling good, man.
YouTube.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like when Mike Tyson tries to say it.
Oh shit. YouTube. Yeah, I mean,
my spinal.
My back is broken. I have the button here too. I always miss the right moments. There it is.
Back is broken. What, a vertebrae or what portion? Spinal.
Yeah.
My spinal.
Oh shit.
Speaking of the spinal, did you hear that there's a new Terminator movie coming out?
Really? That almost makes me disappointed.
This shit again.
What up, Cleary?
Who
on,
like
Cleary?
what's this one gonna be about? Like
James Cameron's back. And he's gonna change it up with AI now.
I don't know. I wish I wasn't fairly disappointed hearing that, but with recent memory and all the remakes, and even when they bring some of the same people back, stuff is starting to get pretty stale out there, dude. Like, it's like, although the Sarah Connor Chronicles, did you ever watch those?
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't remember a damn thing.
That was
what's going on, Ironborn.
If you get a chance, give that a rewatch. That's a damn good TV series. Like that was better than some of the fucking movies that came out after Terminator 2. You know what I mean? Like the TV series is pretty good though.
I liked number 4.
Which one was that?
That was the one with Christian Bale.
Okay, was that Genesis? No,
that was Salvation.
Salvation, you're right.
I like Genesis too. Genesis was actually one of my more favorite ones than the ones that I disliked.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just kind of started jumping the shark a little bit, and it got a little hard to follow, and the different timelines, and there's a different actor playing fucking John Connor every goddamn movie, so it's like there's just no continuity. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's Church of Freya. Yeah, that's I'm kind of with you on that one. I remember Terminator 2 when it came out. I was like I was 11 years old. So like that was the pinnacle of movie making. Was like
man.
91, 92. That was pretty much the pinnacle. Like shit never got better after that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so that's what happened yesterday. Grandpa needed his sleep.
Well, we've been busy. That's what I told John. I was like, I think I've just been burning the candle at both ends lately, and it's one of those like I did it just a little bit too long and a little bit too hard, you know, for like about a week longer than I needed to. And yeah, that's kind of what happens. So,
I mean, at least you're alive.
Well, yeah. Apparently, I worried you guys. That makes me feel very sad in my heart. I didn't mean to worry you guys.
Yeah.
But,
So.
no. But I mean, not just you, but everyone else, because we knew that you were with your family, you know, the day prior. So that was really the more like, oh, wait a minute, he was with his family, you know, who probably wasn't close to home. So that was just, you know.
Oh no, we were. So yeah, we were actually only about an hour. We were only actually about an hour and a half away. So we drove down there and ate, and then we drove back. So
yeah.
Like we were even home Saturday night. You know what I mean? Like it just.
Yeah.
I guess my body told me it needed sleep, right?
Yeah. I mean, and you know the thing is, when your body says some shit like that, you got to listen to it every once in a while.
Right.
This is true.
We're not as young as we used to be.
No.
But we're as young as we want to be.
That's right.
But
I can still be. What was that stupid country song? I can be as good once as I ever was. Right. Like I'm not as good as I once was, but I can be as good once.
I'm as good as
Yeah.
Oh,
so yeah.
I'm super like dehydrated. I have no idea why. It might be the cotton mouth. Who knows?
Right.
I'm super dehydrated. I probably drank like a freaking 2 12-packs of Gatorade Zero today to try to get electrolytes and shit.
Lord.
Oh, I kind of went ham the last 2.5 days. Like, you know, been cutting back on alcohol intake with going to the gym and shit. And then they just opened up our pool at the fucking apartment. It was Father's Day weekend. The whole crew, we were all together just partying it up all weekend. And
right on.
Between 8 of us, we drank 14 cases of freaking beer in 2.5 days.
Does not surprise me.
I mean, we're veterans, right? It's actually funny because like Shango gave us this news report about how there is an ingredient in energy drink. So do you remember? Hang on, what was it again?
It's the taurine.
The taurine. Yeah, and that the taurine was found to give mice longer lives. And so he says that in his words, if that holds true for humans, the military personnel are essentially immortal because they down 3 Rippets and 40 ounces of Red Bull before PT.
Pretty much. Like while also being like hungover from the night before.
Yep.
Like,
are you immortal?
I don't know about immortal. Probably maybe more like a demigod. You know what I mean? Like it would just take a lot. Probably just take a lot to kill me. I'm probably gonna die.
Like Hercules or some shit like that. Got some really fucking off, weird weakness bullshit.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna die pretty hard, but I wouldn't say immortal. Probably just you're gonna have to really fucking fight for it. You know what I mean? Like,
you might be immortalized.
Maybe
Reaper's gonna fucking knock on my door and I'm gonna take his fucking sight from him. That's the kind of shit that's gonna happen around here.
If we're doing like the whole like science magic thing, like all the like atoms and molecules in our body have been around for fucking billions of years already. They just kind of happen to like form up like Voltron, like when we got shat into this existence. So whenever we leave this existence, you know, the energy doesn't kind of energy doesn't dissipate. So I am curious to see like when it is time to go, like it's going to be interesting, like crossing over and seeing like, is there something actually out there? Or is it just darkness and unconsciousness? Like, I don't know. We're going to find out someday.
Yeah.
We're going to find out.
Oh man.
But yeah.
So what the fuck? I mean, we're just going in, no format. So we're just talking, we're just having. Did you guys watch anything good this week?
We watched Beer League with Artie Lang, like Artie Lange, whatever.
Yeah.
Like just like very crude, like probably B or C level comedy from like 2004 or 2006 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it is like wildly fucking hilarious. Little bit like have to give a little bit of warning. Like it's very raunchy humor and very some of the humor is now out of date if you want to call it that. But nothing at no point did it stop being funny, and it's just it was very well written. It's about a dude who plays in a beer softball league basically, and I think the reason I thought about it was because we finally played softball yesterday. So
you had a game.
I had 2 games yesterday. We have 2 games a week, so we play back-to-back games. So
did you win?
No, fuck no. Our team, no. We
no.
No. We're like our team is not a bunch of kids that played baseball growing up. Put it that way. So like,
oh no,
the majority of the team is like under 21, and then like there's like me and my half brother and one of his friends who's like our age, like dad age, basically.
Yeah.
And so like we're working out some of the kinks, but what we do is have a lot of fucking fun and we laugh a lot. And really all it comes down to is our fielding. Like if our fielding would get short up a little bit, like our second game, these leagues are like all pretty much like mainly middle-aged dudes, like dudes our age basically, right? Yeah. By the time that second game comes, because we played back-to-back games against the same team, so whoever we're playing that week, we play 2 games against that team back-to-back basically. And the second game, the old dudes are always fucking blown out. Like I saw it last week, like the last time we played, I was like, and we have a bunch of young kids on our team, like literal kids, like they're not even drinking age yet, right? So so we'll be playing and that second game comes around, and the second game was way more competitive. And so we're just working on our fielding, and they have me pitching, so I'm the pitcher. So all I do is throw it up there, let them freaking slap it, and then if we make a play, we make a play. That's basically it. So yeah, my job is easy. My job is very easy.
I actually have something here about something that you said. I was actually turning it into a button, actually.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
Because when I felt I came home and I knew I was tired. We played 2 games back to back. So I basically played softball for 2 hours straight. Typically not a big deal, but they wanted me to be pitcher on the team. So I think that was part of it, was being on the mound and being constantly active the whole time.
Better to be pitcher than catcher.
Always. Right. I'm a top bitch. Okay. Like
yeah, I was
hoping you had that in that soundbite, John. I remember saying that shit on it.
Sounds like something I would say. Sure.
I'm working on it because it's actually cool. I found a new program that came out that Streamlabs came out with this week called Streamlabs Podcast Editor. And it's actually fucking cool because what it does, I get the link from our episode or drag the episode video into the file into the site, right? So it'll grab the video and it'll automatically transcribe everything. It will create clips like anywhere between 10 to 30 to like a minute and 30-second clips, and it's good moments too. Right. It makes everything fucking easier. And then if there's a bunch of ums and pauses, it'll take it out.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I was actually going to show you guys that before the thing, but I was just like, damn, like Streamlabs is just fucking getting better and better. Like they're catering more to podcasters, and I do like that, I do like that, and don't mind the shameless plug with the,
No, you're fine.
Over here here in the corner.
And don't mind the bird on the back of the chair behind Jay.
Yeah,
that's the first time I've seen the bird.
That's Artie.
That's his favorite.
Yeah.
This is like one of his favorite places. I don't let him sit up here very often though, because every once in a while he'll try to take a bite out of my ear or something. So it's not he gets mean sometimes. So
you've never seen Artie before?
Mm-mm.
He's a guest. He's like a what do we call that? He's a legacy guest.
I've probably not gone back far enough episode wise yet because I'm going through our catalog still.
Yeah, he used to make a lot of noise.
We had an episode where he was fucking flying around all over the place and the bird kept on fucking hitting Jay. It was fucking hilarious. This was old.
It's been a couple of years.
He was dive bombing Jay during a fucking live episode.
He does. It's the flapping, you know, and it's when it's in your face or if it's like by your ear, you know what I mean, and like you have that natural, instinctive reaction to like kind of like, you know, duck and cover basically, because and like that happened like on live on one of our episodes.
Yeah, I even cursed. He was like, "What the fuck, Artie? Would you shut the fuck up?" Like it almost sounded kind of personal, you know, like it was bad.
Yeah, he gets mad sometimes. Sometimes he'll be really sweet, and then other times like he'll go after like if I'm trying to like perch him on my hand or my finger, he'll like try to like bite my finger. And then one time, when Nikki was in the hospital one day, I was like doing everything I could to kind of like keep the house in order and whatnot. And I was feeding the pets and I was taking care of Artie in his cage. So I was going to let him out for a little bit. Well, when I bent over, he came out, he was on top. I had him on top of the cage. And when I bent over to start, you know, getting some of his water out and, you know, refill his food dishes or whatever, this motherfucker latched onto my fucking lip. And when I like stood up, when I stood up, he came up with me. It was like having a freaking giant insect like just attached to my face, and I was like Artie.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by animals.
Fucking Artie, dude. Like,
yo, damn it, Artie.
Fucking Artie. He's a good boy. Artie's a good bird though. He's a very good.
Wait, you're like his talons like latched onto your lip?
No, he bit me with his beak.
Oh shit!
Like he was biting me. And like it was like I was like getting a new lip ring that I never asked for, right? Like he bit the absolute fucking shit out of me because when I reared back, he came with me.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do want to point out what the Paleo Giant just said. The clarity of YouTube.
Tell us.
So one of the things is that we now get with our episodes is actual full HD content. With Facebook, it's 720p. So you're not getting true HD when you live stream to Facebook.
There it is.
Or being able to go picture in picture with this shit. So you can still do other things on your phone or whatever device you're watching from. Watch us talk shit.
While the three of us are freaking talking out of our asses, basically. Like, that makes sense.
So,
you know, yeah. Oh, man. I got some... Let's see. Shit, man. There's been so I got like I was looking through like some weird new. Oh, actually, let me tell you about what I watched this week.
What you got?
Still almost done with Yellowstone.
Okay. How close are you?
4.5.
Not bad. Okay. Yeah. We'll leave it for another week or two then.
Yeah, that I mean it's getting like disgustingly emotional.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Bad news though, they just announced like maybe 2 hours ago that 1923 season 2 has been indefinitely delayed.
I saw that it had been delayed when they originally announced. I didn't see from a couple hours ago that it's indefinite now. That's not a good sign. That Harrison Ford ain't getting any younger kids, so like if he's in that fucking show, like they can only set it back so long. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, well, they're coming out with 1945, and then they're coming out with 1965. I mean, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do after that. I mean,
that
1975.
That'd be up to like Dutton's era right there. Would be 65. Yeah. He would have been young at that.
It is so young man. Good. It is so good. But we took a pause. Obviously with Silo, we got 2 more episodes left. It's still a great show. But my wife and I, we fucking plowed through Black Mirror. We plowed right through it.
We had to stop ourselves because we watched like 3 in a row, and then we're like, we got to go to fucking bed. You know what I mean? It was like, but
Yeah.
this was not Saturday, by the way. This was like earlier in the week where it was just like we marched like straight through like three. Well, in the third one, the one with Aaron Paul and
Josh Hartnett.
Clive Owen.
No, Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett. Thank you. Sorry,
Clive
Josh
Owen.
Hartnett. No, I was thinking
Owen J.
I was thinking of the guy from because they both played in Sin City, and I got them. I always get their names confused.
Oh yeah,
Hartnett. Yeah. So yeah, the one with Hartnett and Aaron. That's like that episode's over an hour long by itself.
it's a movie.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
a
a short. It's like a short movie basically. So it's like,
yeah.
Anywho, what did you think about Black Mirror? Like, Penny, for your thoughts on this.
So I actually episode 3 was actually my favorite one, followed by episode 5.
Okay.
Those 2 episodes are really good, but I mean, it doesn't take away from the whole season as it is. It's very meta. I mean, it's very,
God, yes.
The first 2 episodes are just like, oh shit, and you kind of it does what Black Mirror does. You start reflecting about yourself a little bit, and that's the joy about these shows like this.
Absolutely. The 3 episodes that we the 3 episodes that we saw, I enjoyed all of them, although slightly different. The third one was actually the least favorite of mine out of those 3. So I still have yet to watch 4 and 5. So I'm curious to see how 4 and 5 kind of come along, and then we'll see. And it's not that the story was bad or anything, and like nothing. It just wasn't my favorite one out of those 3. Does that make sense? Like, really.
I'm in my cowboy shit, but I'm still into my space stuff. And
slow.
Oh man.
It's okay. It's okay.
Everything okay? Yeah, Deshaun, the
writer strike is still ongoing.
It's getting real crazy. But Black Mirror, there were times where I had to click out of it real quick to make sure that I wasn't watching American Horror Story, because I definitely they definitely amped up the horror vibes, and to me they kind of lost the plot a little bit with what Black Mirror is, and to me this was more like an American Horror Story mashup.
I could see that a little bit, yeah. Where it made you ask questions like what would you do in that situation type thing.
Dylan Mason saying, "Got a brief description of Black Mirror." It's just a conjecture of stories.
How about it's an updated version of what they used to call the Twilight Zone or the Outer Limits in the 90s. Perfect. It's like it's the fucking 2020s or 2010s and 2020s version of fucking Twilight Zone.
And with Easter eggs and connections and stuff like that,
sci-fi, comedy, horror, drama, it's all in there. And each episode is its own story.
There was something that I thought was really cool, is that and this was in the first episode. This isn't really much of a spoiler, but Sea of Tranquility is back.
Which one was that one again?
In the first episode, when they were going through the app, the Sea of Tranquility showed up, and the Sea of Tranquility is something that they've been talking about since like the first season. Like
I caught the Easter egg in the first episode that directly led to this second episode, basically, where like the events of the second episode was like
when they were look, it's
but I caught it. I caught it like because I was I pay attention when I watch shit, right? Like surprise.
They did they did a really good fucking job. But again, episode 5 was my favorite. But I'm gonna give this production and effort and story, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
It's still worth the watch. It's still Black Mirror.
Right.
Amazing. I think there was only one episode that had I think it was like 45 minutes, and the rest of the episodes were like an hour and 15 minutes. So they're lengthy, they're action packed, they're fun, they're questionable, and I think I think it's safe to say that we're going to get more frequent Black Mirror now.
I would hope so. I enjoy some of the more original storytelling. That's right, Coach. Okay, but not during the podcast, bro. It's kind of rude. We should love you, but it's free. They're all gonna laugh at you. And there went Artie.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
That's what he's saying to us. That's what he's saying to us. The translation.
Oh shit! Your animals are on another level tonight, Jay.
You're okay.
I was reading about.
Oh.
I was actually kind of excited too because like there was supposed to be a show that's supposed to come out. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the 1927 movie Metropolis, old silent movie.
You talking about the old one, right? Like the
Yeah.
golden age of cinema, like, and with the one that was called Metropolis, like
Yes.
the one that wasn't that one of the ones that they like thought was lost for a while, and then they like found it or some shit.
Yeah,
I could be. Was it?
That's
Okay.
So there was like a multi-million-dollar production. They were gonna do it again. Ain't happening. Just
Right.
not fucking happening, man. Not happening. No, but other than that, it's been a pretty relaxed week. I've been reading a bunch of news. I read some weird news, if which we'll get to
Here in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll
Always
get
look
to
forward. Always look forward to our lists. Those are always fun.
guys. We need setups. We need setups from you guys.
We were gonna do setups this week, but we didn't get enough submissions between
Cody,
the Discord,
Bro.
Facebooks. Let's get those submitted. Let us see what you're working with, whether it's gaming, cooking, outdoor cooking, fucking
Masturbation.
yeah, your porcelain throne setup. Fucking, I don't care what type of setup it is. We want to roast whatever you're working with. Just no unsolicited dick pics. We don't want those. Titty pics are okay though.
I mean, if you send us dick pics, we're gonna fucking put it up on the live show just to fucking make fun of you and shit.
No, we got you clear. We got yours clear. You're good. You're good. We got yours. We're not talking about you.
We don't need you to submit anything else. You submit it.
You're good. He's over there about to attack us, man. About to attack us. Oh, but yeah, it's been a pretty good week. Father's Day was really good. We had a really good time. Ate a lot of food. I'm still, my stomach is still feeling it. Obviously played some video games, but remember, guys, this isn't a video game show today. We'll do it in like what, 2 weeks,
a week or two. Whenever we have enough gaming news to take like more than 30 minutes of our show. That's like what we finally like. The three, I think the three of us put together probably makes like one normal human being mind. So like,
yeah,
it took us a while to like finally figure out like where we were losing with the gaming part was that we weren't doing enough on gaming. So it was like, we'll do a gaming episode when we have enough to talk about. That's like, that is the hardest part lately.
There is so much other shit to talk about too. Like that's,
Oh yeah.
Well, life is as stale and boring or exciting and wonderful as we kind of make it sometimes. So sometimes in life, if the games aren't hitting, well, fuck, let's go do something else. You know what I mean? Let's go, let's go do another, that's Dick Van Dyke, right? Is that the original gangster himself right there?
Nice.
Zuckerberg can't hear us from here, so
fuck Zuck the cuck, dude. All right. Like, yeah.
Oh,
did you guys see the fucking the CEO of Reddit?
Disrespected the daddy suck. Oh no.
It's like the CEO of Reddit is basically like tanking Reddit right now. And it's like,
you were saying about that the other day. What's going on with that?
I think they're going to try to take Reddit public. And so the way Reddit works primarily is through volunteer moderators. They're like the moderators at Reddit for all the different for like the thousands and thousands of different subreddits that are out there. The moderators are for the most part unpaid volunteers, and they basically are the engine that makes Reddit work. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
So like the CEO is like, I don't know, he put something out and they're gonna like try to install their own people to do this stuff, and they're taking down third-party platforms, which basically kills most of like what people put up on Reddit for content is for usually from third-party platforms.
Yeah.
And so this change that's going to occur would basically kill all of that. And then in addition, they piss the moderators off. So there's just been this big spat. So like a couple days ago, like half of Reddit went dark. And then when they came back, all they have pictures of is fucking John Oliver now. Like, like everybody is like just trolling on Reddit now. Like a lot of the different dude, it's such stupid internet drama, dude. Like oh my, I can't believe it finally happened to like the platform, like the one fucking platform I like even sparsely use, and like the internet drama finally hit it, and it's like if it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it, guys. Like I cannot tell you corporate fucking cocksuckers enough, dude. If it ain't, fuck, don't that. And you ruin everybody else's fucking good time when you do it. And the fucking next product you bring out trying to replace the shit that you just broke is fucking 10 times fucking worse. And we don't end up using it anyway. So all you're doing is dragging your dick through the mud, fucking everybody else's shit up. You guys are fucking assholes. Okay. Like you rich corporate fucks need to start paying your fucking taxes. Okay. Like we're sick of your shit. You capitalist fucks. You capitalist fucks. Fuck you, dude.
Jay rants about capitalism again.
Thank you. Well, it's fucking Monday night. This is Monday through Friday is my prime time ranting time here. Okay, like I try to be good on Sunday, like on God's day, right?
Step up, folks, for Monday night capitalism.
Fucking motherfucker. You know, capitalism wouldn't be that fucking bad if they weren't taking it to such a goddamn extreme now. And I'm not just talking about fucking Reddit. Okay, it's how much money you make versus the fucking your boss or your fucking CEO at your goddamn job. Okay, it's like it's keeping people fucking down when these assholes don't even fucking pay their taxes.
No, you're right.
Like they have literal tax breaks for these like suckers of Satan's cock, dude. Like way up there at the top, where they're not paying even close to what you're paying, and they're making like 40 times fucking more, guaranteed. You know what I mean? It's bullshit. It's just straight fucking bullshit. Are all the fucking like streets and like paved services like where you guys are like as trash as they are fucking here in Kansas City? Because that's what taxes go for. So when like rich assholes don't pay their taxes and get fucking tax breaks, guess what happens? Your city and your infrastructure start to look like shit. So if you're wondering like why, start looking at the like follow the money, guys. Follow the money.
Yeah.
Like they're just rich assholes. They're fucked. It's like these fucking assholes wanting to build a new stadium in Kansas City. Just putting the stadium downtown. Do you know how far away from downtown Kansas City fucking Kauffman Stadium is, guys?
No.
5 miles. 5 miles. That's 5 fucking miles. And they want to tear down Kauffman. They want to tear down Kauffman and put a fucking stadium downtown. Tell me why.
I still don't understand why they want to tear down Kauffman. That is a legacy stadium.
It doesn't make any fucking sense, bro. Like, it does not make any sense. But you know
that's one of the last original stadiums.
No, but you know the corporate assholes are gonna get their way. No matter what we want, watch them fucking just steamroll ahead with this, no matter what the fuck people want.
Okay? Yeah,
it's
gonna fucking happen.
It's like what they do with Yellowstone.
It's what fucking happens. I mean, they keep ruining historical sites because some corporate douchebag said, "Hey, if we move this to the downtown area, it's going to bring more business into downtown."
That's correct. That is their exact reasoning right now. Actually.
And all those businesses that's bringing more business to downtown also belong to said corporate douchebag.
That is
so raising cost of living too.
Yep. Well, and not to mention 82 games a year. Where's all the fucking traffic going to go in and out of? Did you guys make it to downtown KC a little bit?
Yeah, we did.
It's confusing to drive down there sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
The interstates are a little janky down there. Where like there's a lot of underpasses and like left hand, left hand exit type shit. Where it's like it gets really confusing real quick, and you throw like 10 or 20,000 extra cars in there 82 days a year. You know what I mean? Like it will turn into a clusterfuck real quick. You know what I mean? It's already a clusterfuck when there's a fucking concert at the Midland and a concert at T-Mobile the same night.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
It's a fucking Kauffman. They might as well do it's a Fenway too.
That's what I'm saying. And it's such horseshit. It's I don't know.
Yeah.
I've done enough ranting about corporate fucking shitheads fucking tonight, dude.
Church. We know he's leaving Yellowstone. We were talking about this
Iron.
how he's going to be he's doing the Horizon 4 movie epic.
Right. That's about the Westward expansion, right? Is that the one about the Westward expansion?
15 years before the Civil War and then 15 years after.
Yes. So yes, that's what. Yeah, the West.
Yeah.
That's yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And boy, was it fucking dangerous. Boy, was it fucking dangerous.
Well, that was what 2 episodes ago that we talked about it, Iron.
Like that.
So that was back when we were still under Daddy Zuck's
yeah, we
bullshit regime.
We once Squillini watches it, we gotta just do a breakdown of the show, or me and Jay are just gonna have to do a side episode where Squillini has to cover his ears.
I've got it because it's on what, Peacock, right? Or is it Paramount?
It is actually on. Actually, now's the time to watch it because it's all there. Like, and it's for probably for like one of the first times ever. It's like all in one.
Which service again? Peacock or?
I think it's Peacock.
Yeah, it's on Peacock, and then the rest of it's on Paramount Plus. Meaning 1883, 1923, 46.
That's 2 streaming services. I'm going to have to pay for that.
I'll let you use mine.
Why did you? Who said? Why are you guys paying for any of this? What's wrong with you?
Because that's the legal way to do things, Jay.
It's also legal to freaking have more than one person on your shit.
Well, I'm not paying for it right now.
There you go. That's my boy. That's my area.
I mean, you can ask fucking Midnight. You can ask Dylan Mason. I'm not sure if he's still logged into my freaking HBO account, my HBO Max account, or Max as it is now known. But
it's weird, by the way.
I set his ass up with a fucking profile on my Max account and gave him the damn login.
First off, why the fuck hold on, I need to rant.
Do it. I want to hear this.
Why the fuck are they called Max? Okay.
So
did they buy Cinemax or something? Because it's the exact same logo.
So what it was is under Warner Brothers, which is HBO, Discovery, Food Network, TLC.
I need a cigarette because
they had HBO Max, which was HBO content and HBO original shit and all the Warner Brothers stuff. So any DC shit, anything out of that sector. Well, they also had Discovery Plus, which was a separate streaming service that cost exactly the same as HBO Max. What they did here, because of, from a technical standpoint, you're looking at they had 2 different servers they were having to run. One for one service, one for the other.
That brand
cut cost, combine everything onto one, even though Discovery Plus is still a service that you can pay for and subscribe to brand new if all you want's that Discovery content. So A&E, TLC, Food Network, all that shit. And now what they did was they combined them both for the same price as what HBO Max cost.
As they should have.
And you can drop that other $15 subscription service and you're saving money. That's right. Yes, to some people, it's like, why the fuck rebrand and do all that shit? To me, because we were paying for both HBO Max and fucking Discovery Plus, I just saved myself $15 a month by them fucking doing this.
I'll tell you what I'm never goddamn doing again. Going back to the fucking cable, dude. It's fucking a la carte. It's like a la carte or like I'm gonna find a way around the freaking wall. Like that's like I will pay for fucking shit that is worth paying for, but I will never fucking pay for 800 channels of shit that I don't fucking watch.
Xfinity has this thing now called the Flex Box. I have one right behind me. It's connected. I can't pull up, but it's like just a little box, right? No, it's not a cable box. It has just all the apps you need to watch all your shit on it. You know, under your Xfinity account, which is fucking great. You know, personally, I don't know. I think it's bad branding because when I look at that Max logo, it's the exact same as the Cinemax logo from like forever.
A long time ago. Yeah.
Max with a fucking oval around it. It's the exact same thing. When I saw that, I was like, oh, Cinemax came out with the app. Nope, it's HBO Max.
I don't. I don't know how some people like have these like, you know, multi hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know, a year jobs, salaried positions, high up in a corporation, and you're paid that money to like be part of the think tank to come up with like the next new thing, the next thing that's going to take your company forward, whatever. And they just keep like dropping it. And it's just like, bro, like this, like we kind of already reached the pinnacle. Can we go back to like 2003, 2004 when shit was like cool and the internet still fucking worked? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like nobody asked for fucking cable with extra steps. You know what I mean? Like if you put out good fucking content, people will absolutely sign up for your shit. Yeah. And it will be worth the money when they do that. If you keep fucking slinging us fucking, you know, shit from the goddamn horse trough, okay, we're not fucking eating it. We're not buying it anymore. We don't have that kind of fucking extra income anymore, right? Like, tell me if I'm fucking wrong. Tell me if any of this fucking, you know, tell me when it stops sounding familiar, right? Like, I ain't got fucking 15 extra bucks a month if your shit ain't fucking worth it. I'd rather fucking drink that at the fucking corner bar and freaking hang out with fucking my fellow blue collar people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I mean, shit, on Sundays after fucking the podcast when football season starts back up. If I want to go watch the fucking game,
we're going to be running tight schedules.
If I want to go watch the fucking game, I can just go down to the bar, have a couple fucking beers, watch the game, come home.
Right.
I don't need to pay for cable to fucking watch the game.
No frills. Yeah, no frills. Freaking, you can mind your own business or you can be social. It doesn't really matter. I saw Freya's post there about, I liked how she misspelled it on purpose because like it's hard for me to even get the word Starbucks out of my mouth because it's nasty. They're nasty, nasty people. Anti-union. They've already lost the case. You know what? Did you
just assume Freya's identity?
They lost a case about union busting, and then you know what they did? They just shut down all the fucking stores that were trying to unionize. Like that is like the 21st century version of union busting now. Like, oh, you know what? We're so fucking rich, we just don't need those locations anymore. Fuck them. So there went all those people's jobs, like that, you know, that whole corner of the fucking town that probably like had their fucking grande latte anima fucking Starbucks every day, right? All because Starbucks fucking are a bunch of corporate suckers of Satan's cock. Why are you guys giggling? What happened?
He, not she. He.
What?
Freya.
Freya is traditionally a lady's name, so I didn't. What did I miss? I'm just asking. This is a legitimate question. I'm asking.
So Church of Freya is actually one of my streamer buddies from Basement Gameworks.
Okay.
Iron Bjorn.
Okay.
It's a
dude. My bad. Yeah. Sorry, dude. Don't get too self-conscious there. All right. I can't see through the fucking internet yet. All right.
It was straight up like, did you assume?
You just assume his gender?
That's what I literally
fucking right, I did. I want the truth.
Did you actually? It's actually funny. Did you hear the? Here we go.
What you got?
This is actually an interesting story. This is news, but this is actually, now that we're talking about it, once sacrosanct, the military has increasingly become a political punching bag in Washington, D.C., but the country's largest service has lately started taking some swings of its own. Army Secretary Christine Wormuth told reporters Tuesday, "We are a ready army, not a woke army."
Who said that?
Army Secretary Christine Wormuth.
That's technically true. I mean, how is woke defined? Like, we're not. First off, who are the ones that are talking shit about the military in these articles? That's what I want to know. Who are the ones directing their ire at the military?
Well, it says here that the services have come under near constant attacks on Capitol Hill over the past year, with Republican lawmakers claiming the military is getting soft due to its embrace of racial minorities, women, and LGBTQ troops.
You don't say. The people that said freaking getting vaccinated was bad for you and believed a lie that the election was stolen, fucking are now talking shit about the military.
Can we say that?
I wonder who their enemy is going to be next. Like, they're running out of fucking enemies. Like, they really fucking are. You know,
we can say whatever the fuck we want.
They've been hitting fucking the LGBT community really hard, the trans community, fucking all them like hard as fuck lately. It's like, oh, banning books, taking books out of fucking libraries, shutting libraries down. Well, you guys are fucking really running out of a fucking winning playbook, aren't you?
Yeah. So the Secretary of the U.S. Army, she went on and said, we are, in all fronts, we are ready. No matter who you are, no matter what your situation is, we are a ready army.
Right. Do you ever notice that's usually the people that are talking shit, usually, not always, are the ones that fucking never actually served?
Mm-hmm.
Just throwing that out there.
It's always the ones that have never fucking served.
They got a lot to say. Except fucking.
You didn't know that she never served.
What's that? Who?
Do we know that she never served?
No, I'm saying a lot of times when people talk shit about the military, they have
something to say. Like 95% of the time, it's somebody that's never fucking served that's talking shit about the military.
They got a lot to say except the freaking the oath of enlistment, right?
Yep.
Like
so. So I've got a question because just kind of looking over at Discord, and I noticed something. How does one play Google Chrome?
Is that the dinosaur game? Is that the dinosaur game?
I want to talk about that because I see our boy Crazy Ace.
Ace is playing Google Chrome. Like, how the fuck does one play Google Chrome?
And you notice it's not like a written one either. It's like.
Yeah, it's like legitimately so Discord has a setting where you can have it show like what game you're playing when you're active on Discord and stuff, and it'll pick up on most apps. But like with Edge or Firefox, it doesn't pick up that those browsers are open.
I was gonna say,
apparently,
if I was on like Pornhub,
but fucking up. I've got a story about that actually.
I'll test it for you. I'll test it for you.
Hear it.
All right, Iron. You have a good evening. So I've got a story about that one. 1 second. Let's finish this fucking playing Google Chrome bullshit because this is
travel safe travels.
But yeah, no, it shows Crazy Ace is playing fucking Google Chrome. So apparently Discord thinks it's a fucking video game.
That is interesting. That's an interesting bit of coding that probably goes into that, and that probably just slipped through somebody's back door that it would pop up like that. So tell me about the porn.
Right. Now on to the Pornhub thing. So in another Discord community that I'm a big part of, not gonna name any names or anything exactly, but one of the guys or two of the guys were in a Discord voice chat talking to each other.
Okay.
And one of them's status on Discord said playing Pornhub VR.
Nice.
So he was literally, and it wasn't a written in thing because you can write your own status message and make it appear instead of what game you're playing. Mm-hmm. It was strictly Discord called his ass out. We fucking went ham on this motherfucker with jokes with both of them for like a month and a half straight because they were in a Discord call chatting while dude was watching fucking Pornhub VR.
Was your favorite little rascal Spanky? is your favorite baseball team the Yankees? You know, like
kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantic.
Like constantly, which one are you, the pitcher or the catcher?
It's always someone always has to take the fall though, unless it's the Wild West. And it's all
and I want to remind everybody out there too. Especially our viewers, if you're not joining us live, if you're viewing or listening later on, eventually on a long enough timeline, you will take a dick to the face. Somewhere in life, you were going to take a fucking dick to the face. It just happens, dude. Just get ready for it. Okay, it's going to happen. Like the universe will just bend you the fuck over and like stick it in with no fucking lube, and like that's your life at that moment. And that's where we have to get strong and stay mentally tough and like emotionally solid enough to endure when the universe just sends a bunch of fucking dick your way, right?
So that kind of is gonna lead me into another little thing from this fucking week that I've gotta fucking let you guys know about this one.
I gotta hear it. Can't wait.
My neighbor / physical trainer that I've been going to the gym with, his girlfriend, her aunt is dating a dude named Sam.
Okay.
And she constantly calls him Uncle Sam. And whenever he's over and drinking with us and shit, and I hear Uncle Sam, I'm like, the only thing Uncle Sam ever did for me was fuck me up the ass and fucking screw me over. Like, I wouldn't want to be Uncle Sam to anybody. Just, I go hard on him for that. Just,
but it's
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Oh man, so we got a Roadhouse, right?
We do. We have a little bit of a. It's kind of a.
Shit.
It's a good week. It's a good week for it. It's a good week for it. This will be a slightly different Roadhouse, but yeah, we do.
Well, good. Before we get to that, let me do this live read real quick. For we have a veteran-owned business commercial here. This is actually a brand new one that you haven't heard before on DD214. Let me get my radio voice ready.
There you go.
Attention, attention. Drop and give me 20 seconds. Now listen up, soldiers. We have a mission for you. Are you ready for battle against dirt and grime? Presenting JD's Auto Detailing, LLC, the undisputed champion of cleanliness from Rembert, South Carolina to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Summer has arrived, troops, and that means it's time to gear up your vehicles for the ultimate shine. JD's Auto Detailing is here to help you win that war against dirt with their seasonal wash, clay bar treatment, wash, wax, and ceramic coating. But wait, there's more. He even has experience in handling turbine vehicles. Okay, guys, he has experience in handling turbine vehicles. This is a big thing. And for our esteemed veterans, don't worry. JD's Auto Detailing salutes your service with exclusive veteran discounts. So what are you waiting for? Drop your dirty right off at JD's Auto Detailing LLC and experience the cleanest transformation of your life. Contact JD Auto Detailing LLC at gmail.com or call 803-499-4987 to schedule your appointment today. There you go.
Hey, I just found it.
You found it?
I found the video I was looking for.
Was this part of your Roadhouse?
No. Oh no. It's the Ukraine thing, remember?
Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna send that in so that when we talk.
I just did. I just linked it, and I've got it muted, and I'm gonna kind of like watch it while we're also talking a little bit. But I've heard this one is pretty gnarly. But we have a disclaimer for a reason. So, like,
yes, we do.
Anywho, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You go for it. Whenever you're ready.
All right.
Well, pilgrims, it's been another 168. Apparently, I got a little tired this week, but we did have a good one. Why don't you pull yourself up on one of them bar stools here nearby, and let's tell some stories. All right, I'll share some with you. You can share some with me. We'll have some beers while we do it. Welcome to Jay's Roadhouse. All right. So, are you guys still there? Can you guys, Joe and John, you can still hear me? Okay,
I'm right here.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so this week's Roadhouse is going to be slightly different. I wanted to tweak it just a little bit this week. This was less of a Jay's Adventure style Roadhouse and more of a family reunion, which I don't get to do very often. So we took a trip about an hour and a half away from where we live, down to part of the lake. Not quite all the way into the Ozarks, but close enough because the lake is still there, if you want to call it that. And we had a fish fry with a lot of members of my family. And I got to see my sister and her husband and their children, and all of us, me and my kids, like, and my parents, like, all of us don't get together a lot anymore, as far as like we're all just scattered. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's not because like the family has any like internal politics or anything. It's literally like we are all scattered to like the four winds, basically. So that's just kind of like how it occurred in time. So we all got down there. We had a really good time at the fish fry. The girls, my daughters, seemed to really enjoy themselves. They're reconnecting with their cousins, reconnecting with their family. It's one of those things where it kind of gave me pause for thought and made me, when we remind ourselves to like be appreciative and be humble and be patient, you know what I mean? When we wake up and we're angry as fuck at the world for like literally no reason that day, and we have to like take a minute to like breathe and chill and remember that, you know, it's not always our fault that we're like that. But when you see the things that were worth it in your life in front of you, and you remember like that was what made you become who you were in the first place, and it's really a good. It was very wholesome. Does that make sense? Am I making sense here?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very wholesome. We don't get to do a lot of that. Obviously, we're busy just in general. I think that's just life in 2023 nowadays, right? We are very busy in general between where there's 4 people living in our house, but 2 adults, 2 children, with all 4 schedules. We're pretty much going, on all cylinders, like 6-7 days a week sometimes. You know what I mean? And I try really hard to give my family breaks, where we're not, we can pause a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of like Saturday was a pause day. So even though we had to drive an hour and a half to get there and drive an hour and a half home afterwards, it was a very nice, gentle pause. We got to be out in fucking nature. I got to see the lake, which, brothers, I'm not going to lie, dude. Like I've told you guys many times, like growing up in Arizona, being born out here in Kansas City, Kansas City was kind of like my Mecca. It was like this place I always like just dreamed about. Sometimes it didn't seem real. And we would travel out here. And a lot of times we would travel and we would see family. Sometimes we'd go down to the lake and we'd go fishing and stuff like that. And there were times where I didn't think I was ever going to see this lake again. And Saturday was one of the first days I have ever seen that lake since then. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it was nice. It was very pleasant. A very beautiful day. It was a little warm, but very beautiful day overall. We chilled, had a good time with family. I just want to remind everyone out there, I know this isn't the final thought, but always a reminder to call and keep up with your loved ones. They think about you too. Everybody's busy, so we all forget to text. We all forget to call sometimes. So yeah, but that was Jay's Roadhouse for the week. So a little bit more subdued, not so adventurous, more just kicking back on the front porch in the rocking chair, right? So yeah, there you go, guys. So yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
There we go. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh man, so you want to hear some fun? You want to hear some weird news?
Yes, let's do the weird news, and then we'll celebrate Juneteenth, and then we can, while we're doing the weird news, I can start perusing this combat footage and see how gnarly it is, and whether or not we want to show it. Because if we show it, we're gonna freaking do a full send. So
listen, that's why we got the Streamlabs podcast editor now, right?
Good, good.
Oh, we're just here, but to start it off, a drug syndicate hid 2,900 liters, 766 gallons of liquid meth inside 180 bottles of canola oil and several other 100 bottles of maple syrup.
Okay, I mean,
that's a waste of maple syrup, but okay.
I mean, if you're trying to get stuff from one place to another, I mean, I've heard of worse ways to do it. So apparently it was working probably for a while, right?
Yeah, it says
Right.
they said in January, Canadian authorities alerted them. Oh wait, I said that part. They said Canadian authorities swapped out the meth for a harmless substance and allowed the shipment to continue. They said that the 2 men that then moved what they believe were the drugs to storage locations around Melbourne, and 2 more shipments came in May and June, and the syndicate was also linked to a December shipment, and they caught them.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. A driver's. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Did you see the video of the car of the lady who drove the car into the ramp and flew 120 feet in the air?
Oh yeah, off that fucking truck. Didn't we show that? Didn't we show that on here?
I think we did show that, right?
Didn't we? Did we?
Yeah, we showed that.
Let's show it again. I want to see some fucking Dukes of Hazzard shit. And then you can like pause it when she's in like midair, and I'll be like, that Duke girl don't know what she just did. You know, like, yo, this freaking video is pretty gnarly, dude. I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
They survived, so that's the best part.
Always. The people in the video that I'm watching did not, though. Just letting you know.
The one Jay's watching has death and carnage. The one John's watching is a car flying.
It's good. It's really. I think we should do a full send later. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This poor lady. This poor woman. Can you imagine the terror? Like 1 minute she's like paying attention to her phone, doing like 80, and the next minute she's flying through. Can you pause it? Can you pause it with that thing like in midair, please? OMG. This is hilarious. What?
Holy fuck.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Dude.
Yeah, that air.
Oh, serious air. Just all the air. Like Michael Jordan levels of air.
Yeah,
that car, dude. That was unreal. That was unreal.
Slam dunk.
Oh yes.
So yes. That happened. What happened to my other? Okay, here it is. Collections of DNA samples to aid police postponed over ACLU objections. American Civil Liberties Union. A lot of stuff happening there. Illinois man charged after telling police he shot himself in leg during dream about home intruder.
But he was arrested. What was he arrested for? Discharging a firearm, or was the weapon illegal?
He's facing firearm charges.
So the weapon was illegal.
Yep. He was charged about 2 months after the deputies were called to his home. Deputies found the 62-year-old man with a gunshot wound to one of his legs, applied a tourniquet to the limb because he was losing a significant amount of blood before being hospitalized.
God damn it.
He told investigators he had a dream that someone was breaking into his home, and during that dream, he retrieved his .357 Magnum revolver and shot who he believed was the intruder. When he fired, he shot himself and apparently woke up from the dream.
Kids, if you're gonna own fucking firearms, if you have problems with fucking sleepwalking, if you're on some kind of fucking Xanax, okay, some of that fucking shit that makes you a little wonky in the middle of the night, like lock your fucking shit up, dude. If you hear somebody breaking in, chances are you're still gonna be cognitive and coherent enough to fucking put a fucking key into something or type in a fucking code on your safe and fucking get that shit right out, okay? For the love of all that is fucking holy. Responsible firearm ownership, people. This is the United States of America, okay? All right? Like, this is Afghanistan. We don't just get to do whatever the fuck we want anymore.
Yeah, and you know what? This next story I have is probably Jay's gonna love this.
Oh, here we go.
Warsaw, Poland. There would be no more going to hell on bus 666. The bus to the town of Hell on Poland's Baltic coast has long been popular with tourists, but some Christian conservatives have protested the number signifying the devil on the bus leading to a place that sounds like the word hell in English. The local bus operator, PKS Gdynia, announced this week that bus 666 will no longer run to hell. It said it had flipped the last number and it would now run the line under the number 669 starting on June 24th.
669. I saw that. I see that troll. I see that troll in there. I see that troll. Like, they're like, oh, you don't like 666? Fucking try 669, fuckface. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, guys, listen. There's one thing laws are supposed to do. Okay, laws are meant to freaking preserve freedom, not fucking get rid of it. Okay, so like when if you're getting all crying and in your feels about shit going on, and it has nothing to do with fucking you or your people, who in the fuck cares?
See, now I'm kind of pissed off because I want to take a trip and ride on bus 666 to hell.
Dude,
you have 5 days.
Seriously, there used to be a highway 666 that ran from northwestern New Mexico, and it went all the way into parts of Colorado. Along a little, it's been a couple decades now. number of that highway was also changed for similar reasons. Okay. I got to drive on that highway when I was a kid, when it was still 666. And guess what? Nothing fucking happened because that's some superstitious fucking bullshit. You fucking pansies. You fucking.
Would you say that was the highway to hell?
That's what they called it. That's what they called it. It was in Natural Born Killers. That highway like featured very heavily in that. That was like in the movie. That's the highway that they did a lot of their carnage on, and that was a real highway. And like, yeah, you keep your fucking bullshit out of my goddamn fucking dude. No, fuck you. Fuck you.
So I got 3 more. 28-year-old woman accused of posing as a Louisiana high school student in order to learn English.
How old is she again?
28. Martha Jasenia Gutierrez Serrano and her mother, Martha Elizabeth Gutierrez Serrano Alvarado, 46. Both
that's a fucking mouthful.
Arrested Tuesday, the St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office said in the news release. Each are charged with the one count of injuring public records. They served in the 2022 to 2023 to 2024 school years, or attempted to go into the 2024 school year.
We already.
I have
going ape shit over here.
So this one we have video. This one, 18 and over. Woman declared dead in Mexico wakes up during her wake.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah.
She has, by the way, as of today, she has since passed away. Like, she was in the hospital. They thought she fucking died, and they just threw her ass in this freaking coffin. She's still alive. Okay. This is like 2 days later. Today is like 2 days later, and she did finally actually pass away. She knocked on her goddamn coffin, dude.
Yeah,
that's like some fucking 1800 shit, bro.
That's haunting.
Like, oh yeah, bro.
Like that bookmark there, so I can read that later.
That's the shit that nightmares are made out of. That causes you to shoot yourself in the leg with a 357.
At least she got to say she got to feel out her coffin before she freaking took her final rest in it, right?
Yep.
Like,
and the last odd news of the day: Mexican diver Diego Baleza opens up an OnlyFans account to pay for his Olympics training.
Oh boy, here we go.
He's part of the Mexican swim as a prominent 10-meter diver. Diego Baleza is used to wearing small swimsuits that show off his body, but now desperate because of a lack of financial resources ahead of next year's Paris Olympics. The Mexican is making the leap to a different platform in which he also wears few clothes.
There you go.
You
do what you got to do, homie. You do what you got to do.
The dude is trying to pay for his Olympic training. If that's the way, then that's the way.
Cash, gas, or ass, dude. Like, fucking slang something, dude. Slang something. If we got to give you a ride, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean that's just that. Slang what you got, homies. Slang what you got.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's it for the weird news. You got? I mean, what we got for news in general? We got anything for news in general?
Well, it is Juneteenth, so
yes,
it is Juneteenth. So if you could pull that beautiful picture up I sent you earlier.
Are we on the 3rd year?
I think this is. I'll blow that up. I want everybody to see just like how beautiful it is. There you go. Oh, look at that, just chugging them rebel tears, man. Look at that. The only thing I don't like about this picture is that little shitty flag on the fucking side of the tear jug should just be white, right? Because they surrendered. They surrendered, you know, right? Like
we're just gonna keep this right here.
Fucking dude, there's like TV series that like lasted longer than the Confederacy.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot. Like Confederacy didn't even last 4 years. So if you got anything in your life that lasted like longer than like 3.5, 4 years, it lasted longer than the Confederacy.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there. You know what I mean? So happy Juneteenth to everybody out there. There's a reason it's a federal holiday. And if you don't like it, I really hope this pisses you off.
It's very cool because it's nice to see the celebrations. It's beautiful out too, by the way.
The only reason my my fiance was pissed off is because she had to work today and I didn't.
Right. She didn't get the federal holiday off. Right.
So that's the only reason she was pissed today. Not because of it being a holiday, but because I got to lay around and be a lazy ass all fucking day while she had to work.
Yeah, and then we also had the Army's birthday this week.
It was the Army's birthday this week. It was. It was. Happy birthday. Happy 248th. We are rapidly encroaching on the 250th fucking anniversary.
Yes, we are.
Of the greatest fighting force the world has ever fucking seen. All right? Just throwing it out there. In 2 years, we're going to fucking party like it's goddamn 1775. All right?
Hang on. I need to see something because we should just do a special in 2 years on that day.
We really should. We really fucking should. Like that. They aren't like people don't really realize like, we talk a lot of shit. There's a lot of inter-service and inter-branch kind of rivalry. We all love each other, of course, but the reality is, Mother Army is what birthed the rest of the mighty oak trees that became and eventually evolved into our nation's military services. It started with
the way.
And what's that?
Army leads the way.
We don't really have a choice. We never had a choice.
Yep.
We got thrown into the meat. We get thrown into the meat grinder. That's what we exist for. We are the Army of the United States of America. That is our specific branch, but that we served in. But the Army is America's fucking standing army. So we do what we do, and when we do it well, freaking bodies get fucking stacked, homies. Bodies get fucking stacked. All right. So. Yeah, cheers to the Army. Cheers to the fucking another 248 years plus. God willing. God willing. I'll drink to that shit.
Hell yeah. I'll smoke to it.
Fucking A.
I got anything to drink right now.
In other news, I don't know why this is making news now or why it's even happening now, but VA police officers are getting body and dashboard cameras after death of George Floyd. That's what the article is saying. That's the exact words. I kind of feel like
that's whoever wrote that article playing on that still.
Yeah. We're
if it's a more current article, because that's just them trying to fucking strike some bullshit back up.
Yeah, this article came out 3 days ago on military.com.
I'm not gonna lie, I have been curious as to like you see like civilian dash cam footage nowadays, all over the place. That's how you know what I mean? That the police officer was wearing a cam. And that's how he caught that lady fucking flying off that tow truck or whatever. Yeah. That's how he caught that. Dude, when I work at fucking Arrowhead at the big events, I wear a fucking body camera. I'm not a licensed fucking police officer. I'm just a fucking security guard. I wear a fucking body cam. You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you going, baby?
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it's like. I wonder, with how cheap the technology is nowadays, with how easy and relatively easy and cheap it is, why are all the services like not? And I'm not even just picking on the poor popo at this point. Fucking fire departments, goddamn EMTs. You're talking about visual evidence, whatever was happening in that moment. It is on camera. It goes to the fucking cloud. It's fucking safe for future use. You know what I mean? I used to be very anti all this stuff because I like, I really enjoy my privacy like a lot of people. But when you are out and about in the public, when you are in the public eye, under the public fucking radar, basically, like, why would you not? Why would you not? Absolutely. That is my only question. And it's so cheap nowadays. Go ahead, Joe.
I can literally go on fucking Amazon and buy one for myself.
Yeah.
For when I go out in public to fucking have a fucking body cam on me to protect myself. I can go to Walmart and get a fucking dash cam for my car.
Yep.
It's
some insurance companies will actually lower your rates if you install
put one in, yeah.
Dash and rear view cameras on your car.
Yep.
Some insurance companies will give you a reduced rate. That is an actual fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, it's so easy nowadays to have some way to auto record. I mean, I know a lot of agencies, police agencies in North Carolina have
something for that too.
Have added a system into their patrol vehicles now where the second they show up to respond to a call and they get out the car, camera auto turns on. It doesn't have an on-off button or any way for the officer to be able to toggle it. So that way, There's no tampering with the footage.
You stay above
None of
reproach.
those claims.
You stay above reproach. That's exactly right. As if you're serving the public trust, that's probably the ballpark you want to start to be in. You know what I mean?
He says that too because the VA they do have the technology, and they said that these cameras will record video and audio if an officer draws their issued firearm or where the emergency lights are activated in police vehicles.
The duty holsters that officers now are getting are also have it's like a wireless like NFC toggle type of technology where the second you unclip to draw your firearm or your taser, it'll auto activate. So if you're a foot cop, obviously you're not in a patrol car to be activating lights and sirens. Like in New York City has tons of, uniformed officers that don't drive a patrol car. They walk the city.
Right.
Yeah. And for them, they have these other things where, the second they radio in that they're responding to a call or that they're talking to somebody, it'll auto activate it. There's so many safety measures in place that should have been in place.
When the technology already exists, why are we not utilizing it? Right? Like
exactly.
Somebody else already built the fucking tool. Why the fuck are we not using it? You know what I mean? I wish we had some of that shit downrange. Like we weren't always supposed to. Some of the kids brought their GoPros, right? Like we weren't really supposed to, but man, there was a few missions where I was like, fuck, I wish I could have gone back and like rewatched this certain part or this certain turn that we made on a certain road. Shit like that. Just for posterity. Just for fucking posterity.
Even,
you know what I mean? Where it's like, did I see somebody moving inside off of a balcony, or was that just a trick of the brain? And then we passed it. We passed it and we went through the rest of the mission and nothing happened. But did I see that or not?
And that's the thing, like
camera,
like for me being an MP, like when we were even doing training exercises for on-base patrols, or for missions when we were getting ready for deployment, when we were doing room clearing and building clearing.
Yes. Oh, it's perfect for that.
Have everybody with some kind of chest-mounted camera, so that way we get footage from everybody in the fucking squad to see everybody's movement, everybody's reaction time, have everything down. I mean, shit, fucking sports teams have been doing this for years, recording their fucking gameplay, going back and watching the tapes.
Dude, you want to know what fucking football players and basketball players and baseball players hate the fucking worst about their lives?
Watching film.
Watching film. They get paid the big bucks, but I promise you their asses are fucking planted and coaches are pissed if they're not there because they are like the majority of their weeks are spent watching fucking film. If they're not, they're watching film.
But you know what? Them going back and watching film helps them get better at their fucking job.
Right. This is going to segue so perfectly. John, did you get that thing pulled up? Because this is going to segue. So,
because we're going right into Ukraine after this.
Yeah, perfect. That's where if we had that option when I was in to wear cameras to record our training, recording even when we went out on real missions for fucking security and safety reasons.
Why not?
We would have improved a lot faster being able to go back and have to be forced to sit down. What is it we always say when we have to go into PowerPoint presentations? Death by fucking PowerPoint. Right. We hate it. So if we have to go back and rewatch our training videos, we're going to get tired of having to go back and rewatch our fucking training videos, and we're going to just get better.
In the infantry, you never want to be on the team or the squad that gets what they call recocked. If you get recocked, that means you failed the lane or the sticks lane or the FTX lane that you were fucking charging through, right? But if you got recocked and you had fucking footage, right? And you could like step by step and kind of line by line see where shit got fucked, right? Like maybe watching that film would save your ass, that extra fucking. I've seen some people are pretty torn up, dude. And I've seen dudes teams and squads get recocked multiple times where you're just like, hey, man, it really isn't that hard, is it? Like they kind of set us up for success out here sometimes, and this is not one of the hard ones. And you're watching these dudes just like stumble on their own dicks over and over again. And it's
the thing is, the thing is, on this point that I'm putting out there, fucking TV shows have been doing it. Like SEALs, that was on Fox. The show SWAT that just got canceled after its 5th season. I've been rewatching that whole show. And those shows, when the SEAL team is going through and doing their training missions in their fully designed fucking layout of the buildings and shit, they have cameras pointing into all the rooms because it's a giant warehouse with just pretend walls thrown up, mock walls real quick to give them a layout. They have cameras, and then they go back and rewatch the fucking footage if they fail going through successfully, and then they do it again.
That's right.
And it's like, how fucking hard is that?
I agree.
There's places I have been privy to be around and train in that the buildings they're installed with cameras so that people can watch you basically and like record if necessary. And like those are inside the buildings. That's not necessarily the a GoPro on an individual soldier. So, but yeah, I don't know. And like I said, in 2023, I like my privacy like everybody else. But if we're talking about being out and about in public, maybe save yourself a few bucks on the insurance and start looking into it because it is cheap. It's cheap these days. It's almost too cheap, and a little bit of lack of freaking privacy in some ways, but maybe a little bit more security in others. So that's food for thought and up to the individual, as they see fit. So. Is what it is.
Yeah, who are that? And now we're gonna get into Ukraine.
Okay,
we're gonna get dark and then we'll end it light. So
yeah, let's do that. So I'll preface this. So there has been
now.
Sorry,
you want me to show it now?
Do that thing where you pull the three of us to the side and blow that as fucking big up as you can. But this is gonna be footage. It's almost 2 minutes long. Keep it paused for a second, John.
Yep.
This fucking video. It was pretty much officially, it's understood the counteroffensive officially started. So there's been a lot of radio silence on Ukraine's end. So where I was waking up with my coffee every day with fresh footage of Russians getting stacked, it hasn't been occurring as often the last couple of weeks because they have begun a massive counteroffensive like movement. And I'm watching certain outlets and just kind of like biding my time watching this. I'm waiting to see if they're going to break through in certain places or if they're going to get bogged down in others. Like it's going to be, this is like watching what we used to train in the Army in real time. This is basically force on force with a lack of air superiority on either side. So this is modern urban and trench warfare. What you're about to see is the Ukrainian version of their special forces. They are clearing a trench, okay? And you're going to see how close they get to some of the Russians that were in there. So if you want to press play, turn that fucking sound up, and I'm going to mute myself, and we can just watch this together and talk about it afterwards.
You got it.
You can make us smaller too if you want. John, is there no sound on this?
Oh, can you not hear it?
Mm-mm.
Interesting.
Did you share it out with the sound?
Let me try it again. I'm certain I did. But we're going to do it again. All right.
Спасибо.
Минус 3, нахуй. Хорош, хорош. Вставайте, спидори, сука! Будете жить, гандоны! Сдавайся, будешь жить! Сдавайся, уёба! Выходи с поднятыми руками, будешь жить! Там опасный участок слева.
Гранату можно? Надо гранаты.
Стой, подожди, я кину.
Гранаты закидай.
Подожди. Да!
So
What that fucking last dude? Did you see like you could see the last thought that went through his head was, "Oh fuck!" Like that dude had the drop on him.
The one I was looking at was the one guy that was coming down the trench. That one that he started screaming, and it was like pop pop, you know. And look, realities of war. This is what they are. You know, this is what happens in war. This is what happens when you invade other countries that you're not supposed to be at.
Dude, none of them would be dead right now if Russia wasn't in Ukraine.
Now, what's super interesting too is that what I realized is that the Russians aren't wearing uniforms.
No, they were dressed pretty janky. Like they had ill-fitting stuff. They weren't matching.
Guerrilla style.
They basically had flak vests and fucking helmets, dude, and like shitty weapons. So that was clearly
That last guy didn't even have a fucking flak vest.
It's clearly an infantry. It was clearly an infantry unit that was not very well outfitted. You know what I mean? Like they've probably been out there for a while, and they probably have lost a lot of their buddies at this point. And that trench just got cleared out. And that was just for your guys' information, like that's some pretty textbook shit. Like that is like enter and clear a trench is still a battle drill in the U.S. Army infantry.
To see a trench in this day and age being used is kind of interesting in itself.
That will occur when there is a lack of aerial superiority. Like that's trench warfare. Trench warfare comes right back into effect. Like that's it's no shit. Like that's if there's no planes and stuff like that.
They have to dig the trenches, right?
Yeah. Yep. And that's a lot of this stuff doesn't take very long to set up. You'd be surprised, especially if you're in an area where the ground is kind of like tillable and it doesn't take as much to freaking shovel shit out. You know what I mean? Like they got, the engineers have equipment for this shit. You know what I mean? Where they'll just fucking run the shit and they'll dig a trench 2 miles fucking long. And then you just get a bunch of fucking soldiers behind them fucking clearing it out, clearing the shit out and start shoring it up in certain places. You know what I mean? It's not hard to make a trench network at all. It's really not.
Yeah. I mean, with the machinery and technology you have today, it really.
Yeah. With today's equipment. Now, maybe back during like World War II, when they were having to use fucking e-tools to fucking dig fucking foxholes and fucking shit.
Yeah.
That trench would have took 6 months to make.
Right. But yeah, you got enough bodies, you got the right machinery. Like Russia, in certain parts of Ukraine, Russia has already been there since 2014.
That last guy got fucked up.
Oh yeah, dude, they were stacked, dude. They got stacked. They got fucking straight stacked. And I'm telling you, this is where and I don't like to get on my fucking soapbox and preach very often on here, but if we're talking about doctrine and being tactically and technically proficient in your MOS. Obviously these guys are, Ukrainians' version of special forces, but you're basically infantry going on infantry. In an infantry fight, man, you will see who is trained and who is untrained very, very quickly. Very fucking quickly. Because you don't have time to fucking do all like the crazy reactions. It ain't like in the movies. You saw how those dudes dropped. It wasn't some dramatic, oh, it got me. No, man, they fall like fucking just like rag dolls. You know what I mean? Like you can watch that. You can watch that shit again on your own time. Yeah. They fall like rag dolls. That's what people look like when they die. They just fall the fuck over. You know what I mean?
Now, I do want to mention the first kill in that video. They put, after he was on the fucking ground, another 6 or 7 fucking rounds in his ass. Like they were like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
We call that clearing the X, which is making sure they don't get back up, right?
They used the rule number 1 from fucking Zombieland, double tap.
Yeah.
Like 4 fucking times on that motherfucker.
I mean, and when your blood's up and stuff like that, like I usually try to swerve away from some of this style of talking on our show, but this is a special episode. It's our first one on YouTube, so I'll veer a little bit into this lane. There is something. Boy, I want to find the right words for this. Sometimes being in the Army, it is a sight to behold. Mm-hmm. And there are moments of beauty that occur sometimes in moments that would otherwise be considered absolutely nightmarish and horrific. But it's kind of like watching a football play or a hockey play. When you've practiced over and over again and you watch everybody do the right thing and you see that play come together on the field and it works. And that's when you realize like it was all worth it. Like the extra hours in the fucking gym, studying your shit, staying, keeping your fucking self and your weapon clean. You know what I mean? Like all that extra time you took to stay disciplined pays off over here when it's for fucking real.
Yeah. Like
when you don't have time to ask, well, do I really know what I'm doing here? No, man, dude, that was fucking 6 months ago. Like to ask that question, like you're here now. Do you want to live or do you want to die? It's like, I want to go home. Like we're going home. We're fucking going home today. And I cannot imagine being in a trench in my own goddamn home country. Right. So modern warfare. Nikki's making fun of me, but she has every right to. I love her for it. And now I like talking shop. I don't get to talk shop very often on here. So every once in a while. Yeah. Every once in a while.
But that's what this new era is all about, isn't it? Is it not?
We're gonna fill our time one way or the other. And if there's not enough gaming news, we'll start talking more shop. How about that?
So now the last news article that I have here, with the writer's strike happening here in the United States, the Ukrainians have been coming out with like this low quality public broadcasting quality style television the last couple months. Shows like The Nest of Snakes, which seems to be the most popular show in Ukrainian television right now.
Let me guess. Is it about Russians?
It depicts.
I'm pretty sure it's about Russians.
It depicts the true events of mass poisoning inside the Soviet Union during the 1980s.
Boom.
Fucking Russians.
The show we have is called In Her Car. It is a 10-part series set in the early days of the Russian invasion, but it emphasizes the power of human stories that cut through borders and conflicts. The courage, commitment, and professionalism of talented creatives involving in the realization in her car under the most difficult conditions is more than impressive. So they're filming this stuff with the war happening in the background.
Right.
So it all works for
kind of puts a different spin on it too. You know what I mean? Where it's like,
yeah.
All that art is coming out of something horrific, kind of like I was just describing. It's like it's going to definitely inspire some very beautiful things that are going to come out of Ukraine, but that beauty came at such a fucking extreme cost, and that cost is still occurring right now. It is not over by any stretch there
yet. 30 years, 100 years, people are going to be talking about Ukraine. They were making soap operas in the middle of a war.
Yeah. Yeah, and we want to remind everybody here on this show that we've been on the right side of history the entire time. 3 days after the invasion, we went live, and you can find that episode from last year. It's called For Ukraine. So if you want to look up, we were talking shit from the opening salvos of this fucking conflict. We will never fucking sway. Fucking Slava Ukraini. Okay, Heroyam Slava. Okay, glory to the heroes. All right, because they're doing it in their own country right fucking now. Literally right now.
And the other two shows we have are Tricker, has a classic noir sweat setup. After pulling off a successful heist, the robber hooks up with a woman he meets in a bar. And in the morning, he wakes up to find her dead and himself framed for the murder.
Uh-oh.
And the last one is Really, and this one actually it sounds really interesting. It follows the life of a high school student named Vika, who has made elaborate plans to commit suicide on her 16th birthday. But the day that the Russian invasion happens, it throws her plans into disarray, and the country's reaction to the war forces Vika to reassess her attitude to life.
Holy shit, I fucking like that one. Holy fucking shit. When you find that thing to hold on to, and it kind of keeps you going for a little while, and then after a little while longer, you eventually realize like you forgot why you were so pissed off at life in the first place. You know what I mean? Like I want to see that one, John. You're gonna send me a link to that shit. I want to see.
I gotta find them myself. I can't find programming. It's hard.
I still know how to internet. I keep some of my secrets to myself, but I still know how to internet. So
I do too.
You guys gotta check this stuff up. So, guys, thank you for coming to the first YouTube extravaganza. We'll be back on Sunday morning.
God willing, if Jay wakes up, dumbass.
You know, just remember, guys, this is better because you could be on your phones and you could just fucking scroll on your porn while listening to the podcast live, or you could just catch the re-upload of the pre-record of the episode up. If
you're watching porn while you're listening to us, dude, I give you extra props. Fucking A. Yeah. Fucking you do you, kings and queens. We make dicks hard and pussies wet here. So you might as well just keep them that way. Okay.
We do. Yeah. And we don't hold back. But with saying that, we have, we always have to talk about what we talk about every week, and that is the final thought, because that is one thing that will never change on DD214. The final, for those who've never watched the show before or listened to us before, the final thought is something that we find super important to promote suicide prevention for not only veterans but civilians as well.
Everyone.
Everyone has some kind of issues that they're going through, and sometimes your brain doesn't let it be up to you. So sometimes you gotta open up, and sometimes you gotta call somebody, sometimes you gotta talk to a doctor, and if you don't want to, that's okay. But you can call the National Suicide Hotline. That's *988. That is 1-800-273-8255, 1-800-273-TALK. They are there. They literally volunteer, and they literally sit there waiting for your call. It has been spoken about on the show many times that Jay has spoken to them. I can't remember if anyone else has said this to us. I feel like one more person had said that they've spoken to the hotline before. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I don't remember exactly, but I do remember what you were I think it was in the comment section of one of our episodes.
Yeah.
I don't quite remember like which one, but I have a vague memory of that as well. But yeah, they are there waiting for your call. That is what they're just sitting there waiting 24 hours a day. If you just got to word vomit and get some shit out, they're there for that. Like that is exactly what they're there for.
And guys, leave a comment, leave a review, shit on us, pee on us, like whatever you like.
Like that's gonna bother us.
Yeah. But, we'll say in about a week and a half or about a week, we're gonna have a gaming episode to keep up with the gaming stuff, and we do have big stuff to talk about as Starfield was finally revealed, and we get to talk about how I spent $400 on the watch. We get to talk about Fable. We get to talk about Kick. We get to talk
about. Guess what I just started?
What did you?
I just started Ghost of Tsushima in Kurosawa mode on hard plus, like the hardest difficulty.
There you go. And
I restarted the entire game.
And on DD2, and on that DD214 gaming episode, you get to hear Jay talk about it. So we'll keep you updated with that, guys. Guys, we love you. Thank you so much. We can't wait to see you on Sunday morning. And yeah,
as long as the old man wakes up.
Yeah, my apologies again, but you know what? Monday Night Live Part 2 was not necessarily the worst thing in the world, was it? I think we did okay tonight.
No, yeah. I feel like I can shit peacefully now.
You guys have a good night.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Less than 168, folks.
Here we go.
Hope this works this